Alright, 6th grade. Today our objective is I can compare and contrast the point of view of two different survivor stories. Now, if you remember previously, point of view is how a character feels about or how the character views the story. And when we read Chapter 2, you may have remembered that Brian's point of view in Chapter 2 is that he needs to be self-sufficient and try to fix his situation. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to write an ACER response about what Brian's point of view is in Chapter 2. Write an ACER response. My first sentence is always the answer to the question. So now the question I'm posing is, what was Brian's point of view in Chapter 2? In Chapter 2 of Hatchet, Brian's point of view is that he needs to begin being self-sufficient. Yeah, I kind of gave that one away. Next three are going to be a little more difficult, though. Your second sentence is you cite evidence. So this needs to be a quote from the text that backs up your answer. Remember, these need to go in quotation marks. They need to be taken exactly from the text. You should also say, for your quote, from what chapter or what page or what book it comes from. So I gave you a few sentence starters here. Now, I'm going to need you to pick evidence that supports the idea that Brian's point of view in Chapter 2 is that he needs to be self-sufficient. Hopefully you picked this wonderful piece of evidence. On page 15, the text states he had to help himself. Notice these beautiful quotes that I put around this piece of evidence because I took it directly out of Hatchet. My third sentence is the explain. So your next sentence should be an explanation of why you chose that quote. This is the sentence that shows that you didn't just randomly copy down any sentence from the book, but you actually thought about what sentence or what quote or what part of a sentence from the book could best back up your answer. Again, I have some sentence starters for you. This quote shows, this quote reveals, you could also use this quote displays, or this quote depicts. So the best third sentence for this ACE response is, this quote reveals that Brian realized he needed to be self-sufficient and fix his own problems. Finally, our last sentence of an ACE response is restate. All you have to do here is restate your answer to wrap up your ACER response. Now, you don't just rewrite your first sentence, you need to write it in words. You also should use the sentence starters thus, therefore, or in conclusion in order to show that this is the end of your thought. So, please pick a restatement now. Therefore, Brian's point of view in Chapter 2 is that he needs to help himself. Beautiful. Guys, you just wrote an ACER response. It took about 45 seconds. This is not hard. You can do this. This is what we're doing today. You're going to crush it. Great job.